Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the finale, to the tail end of the broadcast here. Welcome back. It has been as we've been working through the OSC mid-season playoffs. Sorry, a little bit frazzled. I did not get a little sleep last night. So we've been working through it here, but it's okay. We are good, we are energized, and we are ready for the tail end of the broadcast. We have two best of threes remaining. We have HonMonO and Art, followed by Hearthstone versus Creator. Here we go. Again, we were live last night with the Wardy TV Monday, and tonight we're going to be live with Sparkling Tuna Cup as well. So again, the StarCraft does not end. I will say this ahead of time. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be able to cover Pegasus Cup. Pegasus Cup is tomorrow morning, and we'll see how things line up, as I might otherwise be busy and preoccupied with something else. But hopefully we'll be there. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Just a little bit less certain about Pegasus Cup. But for, of course, tonight's Tuna Cup and for all the other events that we have listed, we should be good to go. As we're jumping into our fresh best of three, jumping into HonMonO versus Art. And this should be a shorter series, I'll be honest. HonMonO and Art, especially HonMonO, he's an animal. He's an absolute animal. He is hyper aggressive, of course, and we'll see how he will approach this. This morning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylands, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the yellow Terran for Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player. It is, for Quasar, Art. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is a Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as you get into our best of three. Let's go. Now again, HonMonO, typically in this matchup, he is hyper aggressive and we go for a lot of all-ins. A lot of hyper aggression is what we expect. True. Go. Here we're going to be settling in. When it comes to hyper aggression, we're expecting typically two base all-ins. Double gas openers, so faster factory before CC, so we have already a more tech heavy start out of HonMonO. Already more tech heavy. Building up. Art is going for a standard opener himself. Just going for his own gate expand into Cybercore. Standard stuff here out of Art. HonMonO eyes is still on him. From here, we should be expanding. Just Rax Factory into CC. One base all in. Never mind. 1-1-1 out of HonMonO. One base all in. Again, this is kind of what we expect out of HonMonO. I mean, one base all-ins, two base all-ins. Now, Art should be familiar with his opponents, but Art has to confirm. He has to figure out what the hell's going on because HonMonO has a lot of builds up his sleeve. He has Mass Reaper. He has, of course, 1-1-1, a tank, a Banshee push, tank, a Liberator push instead. Can throw down 4 Raxes and pull the boys with a 4 Rax. And rush into Proxy Ghost. Some nonsense. So again, it's on Art to confirm. Hallucination does move out. Moves out with Hallucination. And we'll see if Art can confirm. So based on his vision, he moves in. He confirms no expansion yet. And HonMonO, he will deny the sale. Yeah, he does deny the scouts. Oh, Art doesn't know. Art, he has no idea what's going on. For all he knows, it could be a CC on the high ground. That's the problem here. There could be a CC. Going for a Blink-based opener. Does have a safety shield battery. Hallucination spots a tank. I don't know if you noticed those for a second. The boys are being pulled. And he confirms. He sees the 1-1-1. He's aware there's no expansion. We need shield batteries, we need more. There it is, second shield batteries on the way. Getting a second, getting a third shield battery. The boys are coming. The boys are coming. Here, it's moving in. Tank volley's going up. Tank shells say do zone away the stalkers. And you can see that Arch is being bullied further back here. Blink is done in a couple of seconds, that will help, but now we have a third tank. At this point, cannot blink in. Yeah, Arch cannot blink forward. The Robo's under fire. If the Robo goes down, then that's going to be game. GG gets called. There's no stopping this. And HonMonO snowballs out of control with the one base all in. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Again, late scout out of Arch when it comes to recognizing what was going on, and Arch was unable to slow down the push. Ideally, you do want to be active on the map, and you want to be forcing early sieges, picking up Marines, picking up some key units, delaying the push for as long as possible as the Protoss player. But Arch was stuck at home, was setting up with shield batteries, but again, HonMonO, he was freely able to just push across the map and actually siege up within range of the natural. Again, you have to be able to slow down those tanks if they get within range. I mean, that's game. It's game then and there. GG. GG, well played. With that, HonMonO takes the lead, and now we're jumping to game number 2. We're jumping into game 2. Go this morning in the top right corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the yellow Terran leading the series 1-0, and one game away from claiming the series. We'll see if we can close it out here and now. It is HonMonO. And this morning in the bottom right corner, we have the red Protoss player for Quasar down in the series. Can he bounce back? It is Art. Go. As we are building up. From here, I mean, HonMonO, we're expecting another all-in. Another double gas opener into a faster factory. Typically, this is a standard opener to go into faster tech, into a delayed expansion, but with HonMonO, this could be the beginning of, once again, a one-base all-in. Now, at least Hard is made aware of that. At least Art is somewhat aware of the potential here, of the aggression of HonMonO. So we'll see how he reacts. As we do have our one base setup. Goes to the depot, goes to the reactor. And Art, he's at least aware of how committed this is on one base. Going for the sentry, going for hallucinations. And yep, one base all in. One base all in, papi. Let's go. Let's go. Viva México, papi. Ay, ay, ay. Este Agon. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Buenas noches, buenas noches. As HonMonO, he is building up. So far it looks like the same build, to be honest. It does look like a very similar build. And this time Art will be able to confirm. Goes further in. And it confirms the 1-1-1 setup. Now, as we mentioned before, the shield battery is a little bit early. That's an early shield battery. But as we mentioned before, it's going to be on Art to be active with those stalkers. Actually going into BC. He's crazy. One base BC with the proxy fusion core. HonMonO. Ay, ay, ay. So fusion core is going to be hidden. We do have a second Rex on the way. Soon to be a tech lab. There's the add-on swap into what? Into battle cruisers. Oh boy. So one base BC. Again, HonMonO proving you can do whatever you want, mate. You can the highest level play. Freestyle it up, man. You can be an animal like HonMonO. Your BC's on the way. HonMonO is amassing. The hallucination doesn't really confirm because of the hidden fusion core. He sees a tech lab on the starport, but this could just be Banshee, right? This could just be Banshee. For all Art knows, Art, he's setting up back at home and getting a robo, throwing down more shield batteries. Thankfully, this time Art is being active. We criticized Art earlier. You got to be active with those stalkers. These are early shield batteries, though. Again, like these resources could be spent on more probes, on pylons, on saturation, and you ideally want the shield batteries as the army pushes in, finishing up it. Boys are being pulled. Boys are being pulled. Art, he is slowing this down. Does force a siege. Gets a couple of marines. So nice pickups. Oh no! Not quite paying attention. We'll lose 1, 2 stalkers. And here we go. BC into the main. BC does distract. So far, only 3 kills. Nothing major. 3 workers in the main. Ooh, catching out the stalkers. And remember, it's not just about the BCs, it's about the ground army as well. As here we go, he gets through. Yeah, he breaks through the stalkers out of position. Now we just rally across the map towards the natural. And what is it to defend? There's 1 immortal, okay. He's got immortal production. Hello! Catching out the stalkers. Picking up another stalker. Another 2 getting very low. And sentry goes down. The tank is going to be targeted. Does get the tank. Now going for the BC. Art, he's holding. Art, he's holding on. Snipes all the high-tech units. Only even the marines left. And Art is surviving. As HonMonO, he only got the 1 BC. Only 1 battlecruiser. Nice sniping the observer. There's a recall back home. And this is still very tense. I do give the edge to Art though. Art, he was able to survive the first wave. He killed the BC. Killed the first tank. And now he can build the Immortal. The Immortal's out. The Immortal has arrived. Yeah, blinks in, dives on the tank. It does have a bit of a misclick. It does misclick, but he does get the tank at the end, the medivac as well, and HonMonO, he has nothing. He has nothing to work with. Art has survived, Art has defended. And GG. Art ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew, let's go. We're going to the ace match. This time, Art, he was able to be more proactive. Again, after the first game, Art, he was a lot more safe, a little more active, and a little more mentally prepared for the one-base play of HonMonO. Sure, he didn't know that there were BCs coming, but the BC didn't really get much done. The BC killed 3 workers and was able to support the army a little bit, but overall, the BC was not quite worth it. In the end, GG. GG, well played. We're now getting into the ace match, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the yellow Terran player, with the yellow Terran representing Team Hyper 1 being forced into the ace match. Do we go for another 1-base all-in, or do we go for a 2-base all-in? What's it going to be? It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss, we have the Team Quasar tying up the series. It is Art. Why the BC run from 2 Stalkers in the main base? It seems like could have wrecked. I do think that he probably could have gotten a little bit more value with the BC in the main base. I think HonMonO was maybe a little bit too conservative with it. If you remember, there were shield batteries at the natural, but I believe there was not a shield battery in the main. So there was potential there for maybe a little bit more damage. Was potential. Regardless, we're now getting into the next game. Oh, hello. It's going to be another 1-base all-in. We throw down a second Rax. Second Rax in the main. For now, this looks like 2 Rax Reaper, so I'm getting ahead of myself saying it's a 1-base all-in. But we have seen HonMonO throw down a 3rd and 4th Rax, go into a 4 Rax, and pull the boys. Like, this is not something that we have not seen before out of HonMonO. So we're going to throw down extra Raxes. Yep, there we go. 3rd, and then we should be seeing a 4th Rax. So this is going to be a 1-base 4 Rax all-in. You do typically pull the boys, and you commit with Mass Marine. This hits very hard. Hard, hits fast. My apologies. He is actually making for the first Reaper. Are we going into Mass Reaper? With the second Gas Geyser, we can't afford it. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Mass Reaper. Okay. So he does cut the 4th Rax. It makes sense because he's mining gas. So he cuts the 4th Rax. It's going to be 3 Rax instead, Mass Reaper. Interesting. See if we can pull this off. Obviously with this you don't pull the boys. Mass OP Reapers, you send it across the map. Back at home, Art is still unaware. He does chrono out the first sentry, so he's going to be able to get the hallucination across the map to confirm what's going on. And it'll come down to the early game defensive play here of Art. This is where there's value in, there we go, getting a shield battery in the main. So shield battery in the main base and a shield battery at the natural, so 1 shield battery in every base. Not bad. What has he seen so far? Oh, we do pull the Jesus. We do pull the boys. Okay, it's all or nothing. HonMonO, he sends it across the map. And the shield batteries are ready. Oh. Stalker comes from behind and does punish. Very nice. Yeah, nice snipe by Art. Takes down the Reaper. Every Reaper counts. HonMonO, he collapses on the sentry. Shield batteries within range. That shield battery putting in a lot of work. Yeah, puts in a lot of work. Keeping that sentry alive. We're slowly building up the Stalker count. And we have to focus on those Reapers. Boys are being pulled. Boys are being pulled. Reaper goes down. And HonMonO is losing every single SCV. That was how many? That was 10. 10 SCVs going down. 2 Reapers as well. There's 2 shield batteries now here at the natural. And Art holds. Art, there's no breaking this. There's no breaking the natural base. There's maybe like a potential rotation into the main. But Art, he's perfectly fine. HonMonO, yes, he is building up his Reaper count, but I can say the same about the Stalkers. Stalkers are also building up. That was a really weird SCV pull. I can see this build working if there wasn't a safety shield battery, right? If there wasn't a safety shield battery in the bases. Unfortunately, Art, he had 1 in each base, so there was no kind of avenue of attack for HonMonO. But because of how this series has been going, because HonMonO has gone for a 1-base all-in every game in this series, that's why Art is playing safe, right? That's why he was blindly playing safe. This is the problem with cheesing every game, is that your opponent, they like blindly play safe, they blindly play defensive, and they can just hard counter you. As the second wave has arrived, let's go. For the second wave, we got more boys. The boys are here. There's a Guardian Shield or a Force Field. What do we go for? Go for the Force Field. Choking up those Reapers. First shield by React Venji. One sentry goes down. Ooh, he's getting on top of the Stalkers. How he pulls back. Yeah, he pulls back within range. And now we're down to 4 Stalkers. Reapers are also getting picked up though. Down to 4 Reapers. And again, Art is holding. Art, he's going for another Warp in. And HonMonO, he's just running out of units, running out of steam. He does get one more Stalker. They will lose every SCV. HonMonO down to 10 SCVs. Now he does have mules, true. It's basically on a full 1-base saturation. Ah, no. Double cliff into the main means extra shots. It means you get punished for going up and down. As we have the double cliff face, so Art, he punishes even harder. Gets extra volleys. And behind this, Art just getting fully saturated. He's got 40 probes. Art's out of position. Uh-oh. Now he cannot recall into the main. There's no energy. No energy for the recall. Reapers bust in. Art, at this point, we've got to commit to the base raid. We got to commit. Probes are going down. Art, he has to defend with the bare minimum. With the bare minimum here. And HonMonO knows. He sees, he's like, okay, the army's not here. Does not lift in time. I mean, he has blink. Stalkers, they break in. And GG. GG Art. He will shut down the aggression. He will shut down HonMonO. He survives the all-ins that are HonMonO, and Art will claim the series at 2-1. GG. GG, well played, congratulations. Art, he does survive, he does claim the series. Not easy to survive against HonMonO. Again, HonMonO, he 2-0'd Hearthstone at DreamHack, so Art achieving something greater here. But speaking of, Hearthstone is coming up next. Also, shout out to HonMonO. HonMonO, he's a very fun player to watch, especially in TVP, because he does nothing but all-ins. And as you saw, it was different every time, right? We saw BCs in Game 2, we saw Master Reaper here in Game 3, we saw a more dedicated tank all-in in Game number 1. So something different. And again, HonMonO, he doesn't have to all-in on 1 base, he also has a lot of 2-base all-ins as well, which I would have appreciated if he mixed in. He mixed in some 2-base all-ins. But regardless, GG well played. And with that, we're now getting into the final series of the broadcast. We're going to be getting into Creator versus Hearthstone. Let's go. The final series, the final PvP.